Hey guys, Lakin here. Thanks for coming back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I know that I haven't posted in a while, but I've been kind of busy going with the surgery and recovery and everything like that. So I just kind of wanted to update everyone and kind of go over the process a little bit as best as I can. So prior to the surgery, I was on a 7-day clear liquid diet, which was pretty brutal, which is why I wasn't able to like record any videos or like document anything even for myself. It was pretty rough. I know some people have a 2-week long clear liquid diet. Props to you. I don't know how you did it. That's pretty great. And then some people I've seen, they only have a few days of a clear liquid diet. So I don't know. Mine was 7 days. I lost like almost 12 pounds, I think. Mainly most of that, of course, was just water weight and from me being on a liquid diet. But it was pretty rough. So some of the really cool things that did come out of that and, after the surgery is that I got off of 2 of my 3 blood pressure medicines. I'm not considered pre-diabetic anymore, I guess, because my sugars are in like a normal range. And, sorry, it's really cold in here, so you'll see me wiping my nose. I don't know why, but in July I like to keep it like 68 to where I'm freezing inside. So I'm off metformin and I'm still taking my Lexapro for anxiety and Xanax as needed. So, but I have felt, a little bit less anxiety now that I'm like starting to recover or getting a little bit better in recovery now. So all good things, as far as like, cutting back on the blood pressure medicine, because that was definitely one of my main goals of having the surgery was, getting in better health and everything. So the 7-day pre-op all liquid, or clear liquid diet consisted of like chicken broth. Or I got like really desperate and I did not cheat, but I found at Walmart this ramen broth and pho broth, which I could have, and it was really good. It was really, really good. I definitely recommend that for anybody that's struggling on that diet. So, and then I could have sugar-free Jell-O and sugar-free popsicles and water and then protein shakes, and that was it. That was it for 7 days. So I definitely was going through a lot of things. I think with like the medication, coming off of that too, it definitely like affected my energy levels a lot. So I spent pretty much that whole 7 days at home, not doing a whole lot. So the day of surgery, I went in and I was in the pre-op area for probably, I think like 2 hours before surgery. And, the nurse in there, bless their heart, but, she kind of busted one of my vessels over here, and then, she finally got it on the second try. But they basically take you to this room and they put IVs in you, start getting fluids in you. I think they give you like lidocaine or something, or at least they did for me, to kind of help calm me down, I guess, and get me prepped for surgery. And then they took back I don't know why, but I brought all of my medications in a bag like I was going there to live there for a month. But so they took that and locked it up in pharmacy, and then they locked up like my cell phone and stuff like that with security. I didn't bring my wedding ring or anything like that with me, just, because. But oh, side note, and I guess I didn't mention this, but 3 days prior to my surgery, whenever I go in whenever I went in for my pre-op appointment with the doctor, they told me that due to COVID, then the numbers rising again, that I was not allowed to have the one visitor that I was allowed to have beforehand. So I went through this whole process just, by myself. My husband was going to be there. So that was pretty kind of rough, just a little bit. I was already really nervous about having the surgery done, but at the same time, like, I do understand. And, I was in the best place that I could be at the time. I was close to my doctor and close with all the nurses and everything. So they were definitely the best people to take care of me in that situation. So I do get that. And we're also looking out for everyone else's health, especially at the hospital when you have a lot of sick people that come in there. So I was understanding. So let's see, they took back all my belongings, and then I spoke with the anesthesiologist and the surgeon one last time. And after that, probably about 30 minutes or so after that, someone comes and gets me and takes me to the surgery room. And now, so I'm still in the pre-op table or bed or whatever, and they like kind of slide me over onto the surgical table, and this table is like really small. I look over at it and it's small, there's no padding, and it just looks like this metal block. Like, that's the only way that I can explain this, like, rectangle metal block. And I was like, you want me to get on that, or like, where am I going? And the anesthesia assistant, I'm not sure if it was the assistant or the actual anesthesiologist, because they kind of looked alike, and with the mask going on, and they took away my glasses, so I don't really know what's going on. But like the position that they laid me in, okay, so the table's like this, my head's like right here. They put the table like this to where like my whole body's like at this weird angle. And, so that was kind of uncomfortable. But so, I meet with this surgical staff, like the, I guess the surgical nurse or nurse assistant, and then also the surgical tech who's like setting up all the tools and everything over there. I only know this because I went to surgical tech school for like a little bit and then decided it wasn't for me. But so I was like peeping everything she was doing in the corner. I was like, watching you. Yeah, I know what you're supposed to do. But so yeah, they laid me back. And then the anesthesiologist or assistant, I'm not sure. But, so I don't really remember. I remember him saying something before I went under. I was really, really nervous about going under because I had never, from what I can remember, I had not been under general anesthesia in my adult life. I know that I had my tonsils taken out, but I was really nervous about that, being by myself, and also just reading all the risks and complications, and it's kind of scary, thinking, oh, I'm like about to be temporarily paralyzed, so I'm always like, oh my God, am I gonna wake up, or is this gonna be like a, that's just my little touch of my anxiety for you. So yeah, the last thing that I remember, his name was Brendan, or is Brendan, and they were talking about their names. They were like, oh, my name's Lauren, and everybody calls me Laura, or something like that. And he was like, yeah, my name's Brendan, but everybody calls me Brandon. And I was like, that's funny. I've heard everything too. I tried not to like one up them with my name misspellings, but so not soon after that, that's like the last thing that I remember and that I stuck on to, I guess, during the whole surgery. So I fell asleep. They like put the gas mask on, I guess. I don't really remember that happening, but anyways, I was out like before the doctor even came in. I was knocked out. And then the next thing that I remember is them wheeling me out of the surgery room. And I remember I started to come to, and I felt like all, light and, bubbly. And I was like, I remember seeing Brendan's face, and I was like, oh, Brendan, not Brandon. And then like right after that, he was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, is something wrong? And I started feeling like this, it felt like an elephant was sitting on my chest. And I was like, there's something on my shoulder. There's something on my chest. Like, started to freak out a little bit. And he was like, oh, that's just from the discomfort from, the position that we had you in and on your chest. That's probably gas pain, but we're going to get you all taken care of. And then they wheel me into the recovery room. And I was not there very long. I think that they gave me something for the pain over there, in recovery. And I wasn't there for long at all. I think because I wasn't falling back asleep. I was just trying to fight through it because I didn't really know what was going on. So I was being stubborn. And so they end up taking me from there to my like personal room. And it was nice, the personal room, like they had a TV set up in there and it was just me. And they had a bathroom in there, so it was nice. It was very comfortable there. But once I got over there, I don't really remember much of that first night because I think that I was very out of it. They had the PCP pump or PCE, something like that, where basically I can administer medicine myself. And they said, okay, you can do this every 8 minutes. And I guess it was just like a small dosage of a pain medicine. But I wasn't doing it every 8 minutes, of course. But I think that maybe I did the first day. Maybe that's why I don't remember. But also I was coming back from the anesthesia, which I guess, a lot of people get really groggy. But I do remember, and I feel like I probably have to apologize to the staff there, but I remember waking up and I was in so much pain, like so much pain. And I think this was before they were able to get the pain medicine into my IV to where I could do it myself. So I hadn't received pain medicine for a while. And I woke up and I didn't know how to call anyone. Like I hadn't been gone over all of that yet, I guess. And so whenever I woke up, I kind of started freaking out just a little bit. I think that I scared the first nurse off that was assigned to me because it was not the same lady that I had the next 2 days. So the first lady, I managed to get up, I think, and I remember looking out in the hall and just like, I don't remember what I said, but it probably wasn't, I don't know, I probably scared a couple people. I didn't say anything mean or anything, but I probably freaked a couple people out because I'm like, I just remember like my gown not being on all the way and it was kind of like falling off. And so like one nurse like ran over to me probably because they didn't want me to expose myself to everybody in the hall. But so after that, I guess things went smoothly and I got the pain medicine injection and I was only on that for like 1 day, probably because they were like, oh my God, she's just gonna sleep the whole time. And then after that, they just gave me like liquid pain medicine. But so Yeah, in the post-op area, the next 2 days, I had a lot of gas pain, but I was able to get up and get walking. Now, nothing crazy, like I'm talking maybe 2 to 4 laps a day, and I was there for, let's see, I had the surgery on Monday, so I was there Monday, I was there Tuesday, and then I left Wednesday afternoon. So, I think Monday I did do some walking. Yeah, Monday I did I don't even remember that, but I know that I walked. So walking, they definitely encourage that after surgery because it helps expel all the gas buildup and the CO2 that they pump your stomach with during the surgery. And, it also helps prevent like blood clots, but of course they give you, compression stockings and this little weird massage thing that are only used for like the first day. But, so yeah, other than that, like the staff was so great. Like, they were really, really patient and understanding. And, so yeah, they were really great. So Wednesday afternoon, I was released, and so my husband, I had to give him a call, and so my friend was able to come and pick me up. She was the same one that dropped me off. So I was able to give him a call, though, once I was released. And, of course, throughout, like, my hospital stay, he had my room number, so did my mom. I, honestly, the first couple of days, though, I did not feel like talking. Probably the first week, I didn't really feel like, I would have my good moments and then my bad moments, but I'll get into that a little bit more. So, once I was home, I think the first day that I was home, everything was good. I felt okay. I had already picked up some pain medication that they gave me in liquid form from my doctor. I'd already picked that up, so I was all set. Now I have to crush like my medications, but again, like prior to the surgery, I was able to get off of 2 of my blood pressure and the metformin, so I don't have like a ton of medication to crush. It's nothing crazy. But I'm not able to start my vitamins until today, which is actually 1 week post-op my discharge date. So I'm like 9 days post-op, but 1 week past my discharge, if that makes sense. So, yeah, the at-home recovery process. Now, I know that I brought this upon myself, but I did get... And she's asleep over there, so I'm not waking her up. Okay. So I did get a new puppy. I told my husband before, I think it was it was the day that I found out that he was not going to be able to join me. And that Baptist had a no visitor policy. It was that same day, and I was like, you know what, we are going to bring the puppy home then, since you're going to be here, you can watch out for her, yada, yada. And so he did, and, bless him, he kind of, like I was with them the first few days that she was here, that Roxy was here. Roxy is her name. Roxy the Doxy. I'm rocking the Doxy Mama wear today. I know, I'm so lame. So those first few days, but then once I went to the hospital, he was with her by himself. He said that he did not get a lot of sleep, and I'm like, I know what you mean. It was the same way before I came here. And once I got back, though, he was able to get her to where she wouldn't cry at night. She was doing a lot of crying. She's very needy, which I understand. You're in a new place and you're a puppy, don't know what's going on. So that was kind of rough dealing with, though, post-op and trying to heal. And my cat's used to jumping on my stomach and sleeping on my stomach. And So just a couple of changes going on in the wild jungle that's, has become our house now. I'm just kidding. It's not a wild jungle, but the animals do rule our lives at the moment. So that was a journey. And then, so I continued taking my omeprazole, and but I started having like horrible bloating and gas pain, and like really bad. So I went through that over the weekend, this past weekend, and just trying everything. Like I even tried these charcoal caps, which my bariatric nurse was like, I can't recommend that because it's basically me drinking activated charcoal, because I had to like open up the tap lid and pour it in some water. This is really gross tasting, but it did help for like a couple of hours, but then the gas pains came back, and like when I tell you, oh my god, it was really bad. Like it felt like it was getting trapped in like all of my abdominal organs. Like I couldn't sleep. Sometimes I would wake up in the middle of the night with pains, and just like, oh my god, it was worse. I feel like it was worse than like the incision scars and the surgery, to be honest. I know a lot of people have said that, and I totally agree. So I spoke with my bariatric nurse on Monday, which is 2 days ago, and she said to go ahead and I can take the omeprazole twice a day until this kind of fizzles out, because I also had the hiatal hernia repair, so I could be experiencing worse issues than just associated with the VSG surgery alone. So I started taking that twice a day, and I feel way better today. I even felt better yesterday. So as soon as I started taking that twice a day, I started feeling better right away. So yeah, that was pretty much the worst part, of the post-op adventure. So, yeah, today I am 9 days post-op since my surgery. It's been 7 days since I was released from the hospital. So I am meeting with my surgeon's PA today, and I guess they're just going to check in with me, check my incision scars, and we're doing it virtually because of COVID, just to limit the exposure of who's going in and out of the hospital. But yeah, so feeling good today. I have had a little bit more energy than I've had in the past days. And today I'll also be starting the pureed food stage, which is, this past week after I was discharged from the hospital, I was on the full liquid diet, which is like a step up from the clear liquids. So basically it adds on like strained soups, and so like you can do a cream soup, but you just have to strain it, then grits. You can have sugar-free pudding. I think that's it. You can have like cream of wheat, stuff like that. So it gives you just a few more things that you can have. Now, after the surgery, it's been very difficult to get down the protein shakes because I can only sip very slowly. But I'm supposed to be getting 64 ounces of fluids in a day. So it pretty much, they want me to, for 1 ounce, no, I don't have an ounce cup over here, but for 1 ounce, I'm supposed to take 5 minutes to consume, whether it be food or liquids. So that's pretty much me sipping slowly on water all day. And they also want me doing at least two They were hoping for 3, but that's not gonna happen. So at least 2 high protein shakes, like at least like 25 to 30 grams each. So I'm also trying to cut back on dairy because I noticed that has not been sitting well on my stomach. Yay, which sucks because I love cheese so much. But so I've been doing this Muscle Milk Muscle Milk Pro series, and that one has a high content. It has like 32 grams of protein per shake, and it's like 160 calories. So I'm able to get like 1 of those down the past couple of days. So now that I'm on the pureed food stage, which is essentially baby foods, like that's the consistency that they want. Literally, I got a bunch of baby foods because I don't know if I'm gonna want to like cook a bunch of stuff and then put it in a blender. Like that just does not sound appetizing to me at all. So I did get this unflavored isopure protein powder that I'm gonna be mixing in with some of the pureed baby foods that I have, and I'm gonna hopefully be able to compensate for the loss of protein that I'm not getting right now, you know, because I can't keep down 2 to 3 protein shakes today. So yeah, that is my journey so far. I know this is kind of a long video, but I haven't really been able to go over everything that I wanted to because it's been such a long 2 weeks, very long 2 weeks. So I am just really excited about, you know, getting to the pureed stage and getting, you know, noticing all these changes and, you know, finally getting everything rolling. So thank you guys for watching. I'm going to keep trying to make more videos as this process goes along and so long as I feel better. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any comments, if you have any questions, comment down in the comment section below. Like this video if you found any helpful information today, and then hit the subscribe button because like I said, I will hopefully be coming out with some more videos with my progress, you know, recipes, yada yada throughout this whole process. So thank you. Bye.